Hello and welcome to Talk with Terry Tuesday. This week's edition, we're going to talk about the origins of Green Oak Antiques and just a little bit of how it's grown over the years. So I hope you enjoy this look back and what we're looking to for the future. So 1978 is when it all began. We have this not we, they, because I wasn't part of the family then. This antique sign. I'm going to try to find a picture. There's a really cool picture of John and his mom standing underneath that sign. So these were the upper shop steps. This is how you'd get into the store, how you could get into the upper shop. You used to be able to get in through there. And now we're starting to kind of decorate over here, John and I are, and planting some flowers. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then a door we could have gone into. That's now the bedroom on the other side of that door. But where it all started was here in the rough room. And it was a store for other people to come to that had businesses. And they were true, Ann and Steve were true pickers. They would have things that other stores wanted. And the reason open on Mondays, most antique stores were closed on Mondays, so they could go to auctions on Saturdays, unload it on Sundays, and sell to people on Monday, and just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So when you're in the rough room, it's where it all started, and is one of the most popular parts of the store. It's ever changing. Never know what's going to be out here. You can find treasures out here, projects out here, but this is where it started. The rough room, the bedroom, and what we call the upper shop, where we store things. And that's part of the store. So this is where the magic started. This is where the roots of Green Oak are located. So I'm in the upper shop, and this picture has been hanging up here for eons, for a year. So when we say we're going to check upstairs, it means we're coming to the upper shop, which when I first joined the family was, I believe it was dishes were up here and check out, because there's a door over there that goes to the driveway that's in my yard, in my house. So this is now where we have storage, and we try to organize it every year, but you know, we're Green Oak, so things can't be absolutely perfect. But this was, so we're in the upper shop where we store things. This is where, like I said, used to be dishes and I believe a checkout counter at one time. So this is what we now call the bedroom. It has been so many rooms over the years. It was the foo-foo room years and years ago, where we had lots of girly stuff in here. Then it became the sign room. Then it was the gypsy room. Then it's been this room and that room. This is probably the room that has changed the most over the years. I just asked John what this was when they first started, and he said not really half price room. It was just, I think it sounded like it was a very eclectic room where they just kind of put things that didn't fit. So this again is part of the original Green Oak, and then they added on this area. And right behind that butterfly picture is actually a door that goes out underneath the awning. So then, trying to remember, because I joined the family we started dating in 94, married in 95. This was selling space back here. Again, like I said, when I was in the upper shop, this was dishes, a checkout area. Then it became the new room. That's why we kind of refer to it, because so when John's sister was here, we had new furniture that was back this way. That was the beginning of the new furniture that we would carry and home decor. So there used to be a door there, which John's pointing all these things out to. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because this part was attached to the rough room. There was part here. So we're going to go and we're going to keep talking about the store. So we move into other parts of the store. I think this cabinet has been here as long as I can remember. And then it's kind of changed. Now we have our candles on it. When I first started working here for sales, my very first sale I worked was out in the yard for a yard sale. But this wall is where the checkout counter was located. I can remember being here with Steve and Rhonda and going, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? in this family. And this area has transitioned too over the years as we've gone into more home decor and seasonal items. It's kind of where this end of the store kind of evolved into. That back wall, funny thing, we painted it last year, I think, this green color. It had been a gray and white, and I'm like, oh, need to paint it something different. And when we started looking at it, we could see all the years of color underneath it. And then I had John put doors on it so we can have storage. And Rhonda reminded me, she's like, oh, brought it back to what it used to be. It was green years and years ago. So we put home decor. So I'm back behind the checkout counter now. And you know, the store has evolved ever since it was started in 1978, and it will continue to evolve with what the consumers are looking for. We like to concentrate on that, and you can see, so if you're walking through here, and I'm not going to do the whole store in this one Talk with Terri Tuesday, I'm just going to go on this front part so you can see where the ceiling drops is where they added on again. And so it goes back to now the door that ends back into John's workshop where the primitives and the half price. So this transitioned from dishes and old and authentic antique furniture. It used to be a lot of natural. We would have the big Chicago cabinets. I'm sure people remember those huge Chicago cabinets, but you just look at the sign there, you know, 46 years in 2024. So we're going to be starting into our 47th year, second generation family owning it. I hope you've enjoyed just this little bit of how Green Oak started and where it's going to go over the next years are going to be very exciting. Thank you for watching this week's edition of Talk with Terri Tuesday. As a reminder, we will be closed Christmas Eve. We close at 2 o'clock, so open 10 to 2 on Christmas Eve. So you can come in, all you last minute shoppers, and get gift cards or just a nice little gift. And we will be closed Christmas Day. And then again, New Year's Eve, we will close at 4, and New Year's Day, we will close at 4. So we thank you all very much for your continued support.